It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Isabel Everett with Hunter News. Emergency services were called to a rural property in the Hunter Valley yesterday after a man was killed by a falling tree. Crews arrived at the Denman property on the Golden Highway around 1:30 yesterday afternoon. The man, aged in his 50s, died at the scene and is yet to be formally identified. Police have commenced inquiries and a report is being prepared for the coroner. There's been a significant drop in the value of development applications approved by Newcastle Council over the past financial year. The council approved just $590 million worth of developments in 2019-2020 financial year, down from over $1 billion the year before. The most valuable projects approved over the past year included a boutique hotel in the old Davy Jones building and an 8-storey commercial building on Hunter Street's Derby Plaza site. The Hunter Business Chamber is calling for serious action in tonight's federal budget announcement as the Hunter contends with a deep recession. The Chamber says the local economy needs to be eased out with new measures and initiatives rather than turning off the tap on fiscal support measures. CEO Bob Hawes says infrastructure projects such as the M1 link at Hexham would go a long way to help the local economy get back on its feet.
It seems like there's a long way on the road to go yet, which wasn't anticipated when COVID first hit us in March this year. And we're hopeful that the government has got the nerve and the capacity and the capability to continue to support business and the community.
The federal government has revealed it will fund a majority of the Newcastle Inner City Bypass project, prompting calls for the state government to fund the construction of ramps missing from designs. The Morrison government will commit $360 million towards the $450 million project in tonight's budget announcement. Transport for New South Wales previously stated the ramps on McCaffrey Drive, which have been strongly advocated for by Newcastle and Lake Macquarie councils, wouldn't be economically viable. Deputy Lord Mayor Declan Clausen says the funding announcements means this should no longer be the case. A man will face court today after allegedly breaking into a Newcastle East home and stealing a car from the property. Police commenced inquiries after the offender broke into the home, stealing the resident's keys and Kia vehicle last month. The 26-year-old, who was on parole until 2022, was arrested at Warrabrook on Sunday to face Newcastle local court today. Upgrades to commercial fishing wharfs at Nelson Bay have been completed on schedule. The $300,000 project also saw wharf improvements on the Central Coast. New South Wales Maritime Executive Director David Hunter says the project faced a number of hurdles, but was completed before the start of the official boating season.
The upgrades were not disrupted by the pandemic. However, there were some challenges found with debris and the work had to be carried out in the intertidal zone. The workers had to plan their work quite carefully.
New South Wales Maritime saw a huge number of boaters out on the Hunters waterways over the long weekend, with over 500 checks carried out and 28 fines issued, mostly related to life jackets. And briefly, Newcastle Council will today launch their first free seed library. People can take home seeds for their garden and return the same variety after harvest or add other varieties. And rural crime investigators are searching for those responsible for stealing 45 cows and their calves from a property on the Golden Highway at Merriwar. The owners lost an estimated $130,000 worth of stock.
2NURFM Sport.
Newcastle Knights star Aidan Guerra says he is confident in his decision to retire after his side's loss to the Rabbitohs on Sunday. Teammate Bradman Best says he is thankful for Aidan's contributions on and off the field.
Yeah, Doss had a great career and he's been huge for me through injuries and stuff and just little things. He's always been there for me. So yeah, I can't thank Doss enough.
Charlestown product Blake Windred says he is a fan of the new format for the Toronto Modified Super Sixes tournament. Blake won the modified match play tournament last Friday. Newcastle cricketer Jason Sanger has notched up a 95 in the Sydney first grade competition over the weekend. Sanger is expected to be a part of the New South Wales 15-man squad to compete in South Australia later this month. And in women's hockey, the race for the top 4 is on with 4 games remaining in the regular season. Just 7 points separate first position and 6th position. And the winning numbers in Monday Lotto are 37, 7, 39, 5, 28 and 22, and the supplementaries are 24 and 14. That's the latest in Hunter News. I'm Isabel Everett. 2NURFM News Time is 25 to 9.